Okay, so welcome to my any percent glitch tutorial. This is Riddler, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the glitched any percent route for Link's Awakening DX. So of course the first thing you're going to want to do is start up your file. And basically the beginning of the game is very simple. You wake up from your slumber and you grab the shield from Turin, and then you go grab the sword from the beach. So that's the first thing I'm going to be doing here. And his hitbox is actually pretty wide, so you can talk to him down here. All you have to do is talk to the table, basically, and then you exit the house. And from here, you're going to take the normal route down to the beach. An important thing to note in this game is that there's a glitch called wall clipping, where you can see right here that I am 2 or 3 pixels inside of the top of the tree here, and this wall clipping glitch is going to play a major role in the speedrun. So first thing you're gonna want to do is hop down to the beach, which is down here, and the first glitch we're going to do after getting down here is instead of using this route over here to go get the sword, which is right down there, what we're gonna do, is go this way, and we're gonna push this sea urchin, go down, and there's a small window or a small area here where you can walk towards the sword. Basically where you're going to want to go is right at the shoreline where the water touches the beach, and you're going to walk the sword while holding out your shield. So hold the B button and walk to the right and hold to the right, and so you'll see that I move during the cutscene there. And what you want to do is, after mashing through this text here, you hold B and push to the right, and you'll grab the sword before the owl flies away, and that glitch is called Quick Sword. And from here, you're going to buffer all the action buttons, which are B, A, select, and start, and you'll bring up the save and quit menu. And so right after you get the sword, you're going to save and quit. And then your file will put you back at the house here. And then from there, you're going to walk up to the shop. And then from here, we're going to steal the shovel. And the shopkeeper here, there's a little bit of an interesting thing about the shopkeeper. He will look up at you. There's 2 cycles he has. There's 32 frame cycle, in which he'll look back. So and there's a 96 frame cycle. So one will allow you to escape easily and one will not. So there's the 32 frame cycle, and he'll catch you. But once he looks up, you want to wait a little bit, and then you'll exit and you'll steal the item that you're trying to steal. You'll come back in and he will kill you, which will reset your health if you lose any on your way to the sword. And then you're going to steal the bow, and this is the only item you really need. You don't need the shovel, but you need to take the shovel so that the bow will be unlocked. And after you grab the bow, you're going to want to go back down to the beach. And the reason you want to go down to the beach is so that we can kill 2 Octoroks. And we have to kill 2 Octoroks because it sets a value in the game's memory. So that we can do a really big glitch later. So you're going to jump down from this cliff, and you're going to hold out your sword and charge it, and you're going to go to the screen here and kill these 2 Octoroks on this screen. And then you'll be done with that task and you'll go back up. And now we basically need to just go to the boss room from here. So the reason we killed those 2 Octoroks was it set a value to where we're about to do a warp called the Doghouse Glitch Warp. And this is also where wall clipping comes in, because you want to walk to the top of this house, the doghouse here, and you're going to walk into the corner here, and you'll see me kind of push along into the, I'm a couple pixels clipped into the wall here. And what you're going to want to do is press down and left at the same time, and it'll warp you into this glitched underworld here, and it'll place you in the doghouse. There's some more information on ZeldaSpeedruns.com about this glitch, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to explain all the technical terms. But from here, basically, things are going to look a little funny, so just bear with me. You're going to want to walk down here and walk past the doorway, the stairs right here, because in there you'll drown. So walk past those and then walk onto this tile here, and it'll shoot you up to here. And then from there, you're going to want to walk up, but stay on the right side of the screen. Basically, if you're too far to the left, it'll warp you somewhere you don't want to go. So stay to the right, and then press right, and you'll be on this screen with the beds. From here, you're going to want to walk up. And then, if you don't hold up here, it'll drop you back down and you'll drown. So you want to hold up as you change direction here. And once you're this far, you don't want to go to the screen to the left, because if you do, you will soft lock your game, and that is not good. Here, I'll actually show you really fast. So if you go to this screen on accident, if you accidentally get here, you can't move anymore. So you want to avoid walking to the left there. And from here, you walk up to the left, and then from here, you're going to want to go up. You can also get stuck in the tile right there in the corner, in the very bottom corner. There's a peachy color in each of the corners. If you get stuck in that tile, you will soft lock as well. And I just made a mistake there because I was trying to show you the soft lock area. So from this screen, you're going to want to go to the right. And now this is the entrance to the boss room if you've played this game before. But if you try to walk straight left, nothing will happen, and it'll push you up to here, and that's nothing but trouble. So what you want to do is hold right and down at the same time, and then you can walk into the corner here, and if you press 2 directions, you'll warp into the boss room. From here, there's a very interesting glitch. Let's see if I can get it first try here. No, I didn't. But this is called the blob quick kill, and if you slash your sword at the exact right time, you can actually, without having to have the powder, this trick is actually, this trick will kill most of your runs, just FYI. But you can actually stun him on your sword, and it'll completely get past the blob quick kill phase, or the blob phase, without the powder. So basically, what you want to do is charge your sword, and once you see him falling, but once you see him like hit his peak and his jump, and you see him falling down, that's when you want to release your spin slash. And then after you do that, you want to look upwards and then slash your sword again. And it's a very small window, so even buffering this trick isn't really worth it. But if you just watch, what I do here, you'll spin and then slash upwards, and that will most of the time stun the boss, and then you can skip that phase. Next we have Aghanim, which is a big run killer if you have a decent time. He'll shoot off, there are 2 types of balls Aghanim will shoot off, the ones you can hit and the ones that you cannot hit back at him. And we call the ones that you can't hit back at him blue balls, and that's what I'll refer to them as for the rest of this video. So basically, ideally, you'll get 0 blue balls. And once you get past Aghanim, if I get 0 here, okay, there's 1. That's what'll happen. And in this category, if you get too many of them, you can actually die in a run. It's happened to me before. So there's the Aghanim phase. Next, we'll move on to the Moldorm phase, which is already over. So I'm going to explain what just happened there. If you line up your sword, and you can actually do it. There's a lot of room for, this trick is very lenient. But basically what you want to do is get another sword charge here, and once Moldorm's face appears, if you spin, you can actually stun him in place as well. And then slash, he has 16 health, so you can just slash him 16 times. And I'm going a lot more than 16 right here. But just to show that you can keep slashing him and he'll die, actually. He won't be able to move. But my personal preference is to line up on, there's a couple pixels you can line up on. Basically, if you can see right here, there's the design, the little, I guess you can call them bone-shaped design, where they're kind of diagonal. And there's 2 white pixels in the middle, and my sword, I'll show you here in a second. I used the corner of the tip of my sword to line up into one of those white pixels, and that I have it right here. But I use it with this bone design right here, and I just line it up. I had it wrong there, but if you just line it up on that, or on that general area, you will get the stun right there. And there, you can watch Leon's tutorial, actually, to see more in-depth explanation of that quick kill. But moving on, Ganon is pretty self-explanatory. If you don't have the Pegasus boots, you have to spin slash him to damage him. And basically what you want to do is try to avoid the bats as much as you can. That way you don't lose health, because health is pretty limited in this run, because you only have 3 hearts to begin with. And so if you lose any on Aghanim, losing more on Ganon is pretty bad. And then there's this phase here, which you just spin slash to get rid of. So I'm going to go back to do that Ganon fight one more time, just in case somebody needs to see like the bat patterns or something. But you can actually hit him before he completely like gets out his little axe thing he throws at you. But basically you should need to kill Ganon as fast as you can. But you have to spin slash him, because if you don't, he won't actually take damage. As you can see, he'll just push you back. It's kind of like a Link to the Past. So you're going to want to dodge the bats as best as you can, and then after that you want to spin slash this phase right here. And right here you're going to want to equip the bow. Either button is fine. You don't need anything but the bow for this next phase, but I prefer to put it on A so that I don't accidentally slash, because you may die if you... The movement in this next section is very important. So what you want to do is move into the middle here, right in front of where Deathel is going to spawn. And if you walk near him, he will always stay on this wall, because his position is based off of your position. And you'll see if I move back, he'll try to chase me, and if I move to the left, he'll chase me. So basically, what you want to do at the beginning of this fight is get close to where he spawns, and then push him, like, move towards him, and keep him on the wall for as long as you can. And basically the bow is just to shoot him in the eye, and you can actually hit him 4 times in one cycle. So that's the goal, is to dodge him, and keep moving back so that he'll stay onto the wall. Dodge his arms. The arm movements actually get pretty difficult in these later stages if he hasn't yet died. But basically, the last phase is just it's mainly about the movement and getting all 4 shots in whenever he opens his eye. So I'm going to do that again. Also, this phase is RNG, meaning it's random whenever he'll open his eye. So sometimes your run will die because he doesn't open his eye and the arms will eventually catch up with you. Another thing to note is if you have more than 1 heart, the arms do 1 heart of damage. So if you actually want to be risky enough to go for 4 hits on the first time he opens his eye, which is normally the 3rd cycle, you can take that hit right there so that you don't have to run away. And I've done that in a couple of my runs, but basically, the big thing about this fight is moving close to him so that he won't get off the wall, and then moving away when his arms come towards you. And I'll show you an example of a failed fight right here, of what can happen to you. So if you don't move close enough to the wall, he'll end up chasing you, and you can try to save it here by pushing closer up to him. And if you miss a hit, you'll be at quite a disadvantage because he takes 16 arrows to kill, and you only have 20. So if you miss 4, your run is basically over. But here's something that can happen. He won't open his eyeball for a long time, and especially if you're in the later phases, whenever he's taking damage, his arms will start to swing at different speeds, as you can tell. So you can't just run it straight backwards anymore because... and then this will happen as well. If he doesn't open his eye for a while, it'll be too hard to keep pushing him back and he'll chase you. So dying to Deathful is actually not very uncommon using the bow route. But I'll try to finish a fight here one more time, and then I'll close this tutorial out. But yeah, basically the big thing is keeping him on the wall and hitting as many arrow shots in one cycle as you can. That was an example of a bad cycle. But yeah, you have to get close so that he won't get off the wall. As you can see, he's going to try to chase me whenever I'm gone. But you have to keep pushing him away. This was a bad RNG. But, yeah, this category is pretty RNG based. So most of your runs, dying will not be your fault. Oh, and there's a missed hit. But yeah, the Deathful fight is not the... What? I thought I killed him. RIP. But the Deathful fight is not a very fun part, because especially if you're ahead, you just need to monitor your movement and make sure you're moving close enough and far enough away whenever you have to. I need one more hit now. Alright, so there's an example of a decent-ish fight. As you can see there, he chased after me at the end, so I moved diagonally so that he wouldn't hit me with his arms. But yeah, after you kill Deathful, basically all you need to do is step onto this, and time is whenever the screen turns completely white. So that is glitch to any percent. The glitch to any percent category for Link's Awakening DX, and I hope I helped somebody out. But yeah, thanks. This is Riddler, and that was Link's Awakening DX any percent glitched.